This could be the next hottest AI crypto narrative that could give you your next 100x gem, and you don't want to miss out on it. We've seen how AI has penetrated into other popular categories to form some of the hottest narratives in the crypto space, such as AI being integrated with memes to create AI memes, some of which are evolving to have strong use cases such as AI16Z and AI-XPT, to other AI memes that are simply cute and funny, such as Turbo and Fartcoin. Whether these AI memes have utility or not, we can't deny that people still want them based on their incredibly high market caps, all of which are currently sitting at over $100 million or more, and even reaching market caps into the billions at their all-time highs. And more recently, who could forget how powerful AI was to the DeFi space, resulting in DeFi, or shall we call it DeFi AI. Now, AI is once again disrupting crypto, but this time it's doing it in the RWA space, giving birth to what I believe will be the next hottest AI crypto narrative called RWAI. So now let's talk about how AI will disrupt RWA and what this means for the future of crypto. I'll be sharing more RWAI plays as they come out, so make sure to subscribe to this channel. Also, if you like the content, leave a like as well. And as always, nothing in this video is financial advice, so always make sure to do your own research. So what does this intersection between AI and RWA mean to crypto? Well, here's a concrete example on how this intersection between these two massive categories will disrupt crypto from here on. And you want to pay attention because some of the projects that are already part of this disruption process are ones that could be big gainers in this upcoming bull run. And we'll talk about some of these coins here. So in this article, we have Plume and 0G partnering up to launch RWAI agents, which is helping redefine AI-powered RWA finance. So first of all, what is Bloom and 0G? So Bloom is the best way to describe Bloom is it's a layer 1 blockchain for RWA. So a good way to think about it is it's a competitor to Mantra. So since Mantra is probably the biggest blockchain when it comes to RWAs right now, and Bloom looks to be one that's coming up that could be at the heels of Mantra. And if we go to Plume's website, we can see that they describe themselves as your hub for everything RWA-fi. So it looks like right now they're more concentrating on tokenizing traditional financial assets, whereas if you go to Mantra here, they're much more broader in terms of their scope of tokenizing. And you can just have a look right here when they describe what it is that they're looking to tokenize in terms of real-world assets. We can see that would include art, commodities, and real estate. So when you look at Plume focuses more on tokenizing traditional financial assets. And right now, if we look to see how big their ecosystem is, they have over 180 projects. And here are some of the projects. So you can see that their biggest one is most likely this one that we see in front of us, which is Ondo. And if we keep on scrolling here, we'll see some very notable names such as Centrifuge as well. And if you want a more in-depth look at their entire ecosystem and what type of RWAs that they're tokenizing, we can see that they include anything from yield-bearing assets right here to treasuries, also to stable coins as well, to lending protocols. And also, as we mentioned, they extend beyond just tokenizing traditional financial assets. You can see here that they help tokenize collectibles here as well. So this would be a case where they're tokenizing rare and prestigious spirits. This is another one right here in terms of collectibles where companies are using Plume to tokenize wines and spirits. So it's really good to see that Plume is, even though they're concentrated heavily on tokenizing traditional financial assets, they're also tokenizing other real world assets as well. So whenever you think of Plume, think about also Mantra, since they're both layer 1 blockchains for RWAs. And when we look at its partner right here, 0G, which is Zero Gravity, let's actually have a closer look. Let's go to the website. So here, this is the Zero Gravity website. You can see that they describe themselves as the largest AI L1, and they seem to be big players here. You could notice that they raised over 290 million in November of 2024, and if you go to the X rate here, their following is really, really huge as well. They have close to 600,000 followers. So since Zero Gravity is an L1 for AI, they would be competitors to Tau or BitTensor. So that's how you would remember the two. Is first of all, Plume itself is a layer 1 blockchain for RWAs, and Mantra, which would be its competitor, is L1 for RWAs. And on the other side, you have Zero Gravity, which is a AI L1, and that would make it a competitor to BitTensor. So you have two major blockchains coming together in this partnership to create RWAIs, where Plume is from the RWA world and Zero Gravity is from the AI world. So let's see how, when they come together, how they're changing and disrupting the crypto world. So right here, you could read that RWAI agents, the future of AI-powered finance. So here, Plume and Zero Gravity's collaboration will focus on expanding the role of AI in RWA tokenization, DeFi, and financial automation. The RWAI initiative will drive innovation in, and then one major area is AI-driven RWA tokenization, which that means automating the conversion of real-world assets into on-chain tokens, improving efficiency and reducing entry barriers for investors. The second main thing it's going to do is automation, research, and reporting, which means AI-powered agents conducting on-chain and off-chain research, delivering insights and reports on market trends and asset performance. Finally, we have DeFi AI for RWA management, which is autonomous financial agents optimizing vault management, task execution, and liquidity provisioning within Plume's RWA-Fi ecosystem. And the last point here is institutional and retail accessibility, which is bridging AI and finance to provide scalable, transparent, and efficient financial infrastructure for both institutional and retail investors. So the best way to sum up how this collaboration between Plume and Zero Gravity, what changes and difference it will make in the crypto space, is really greatly summed up by the co-founder of Plume, Teddy Porprinkia. So this is what he says right here. He says, RWAs are the next frontier of DeFi, and AI will be the key to unlocking their full potential. And then he goes on to say, by integrating Zero Gravity's AI capabilities with Plume's RWA ecosystem, we are building the tools necessarily for a more efficient, automated, and accessible financial future. So really, the combination between RWA and AI, it's really allowing a lot of the processes in terms of the tokenization and as well as asset management and also the research process to use AI to automate all those processes that before would have been done manually. So all that helps reduce the barrier for entry for investors. So now you don't have to be somebody who's either tech sophisticated or sophisticated in terms of finances in order to get involved in tokenizing RWAs. Here's another example of a collaboration that gives birth to RWAI, and that's between Ether, which is a decentralized platform that provides distributed GPU power aimed mainly at AI projects, gaming projects, or machine learning projects, very similar to Render, both of which are seen as go-to platforms for distributed GPU power for various projects. So if you go to both Ether's and Render's website, you can see that their goal is to provide powerful GPU compute solutions to various projects. And of course, when we look at Bloom, we had already gone over Bloom. So more than just an intersection between AI and RWA, we also see now, because Ether belongs to DePIN, that now you have not only RWA category that's getting disrupted, but now DePIN is also getting disrupted by AI as well. So let's go into more detail as to what this collaboration means to the RWAI space. So here we could read that together with Plume, we are managing RWA and AI finance. The RWAI initiative combines Ether's 100 million ecosystem fund and the Plume's RWA Ecosystem Fund to explore the vertical of RWAs in AI-driven markets. Ether's Ecosystem Fund is primarily geared towards supporting the most promising AI builders in the sector with premium GPU cloud computing resources at scale. We shall combine our AI expertise with Bloom's RWA solutions to build a revolutionary RWAI initiative that introduces a new AI tokenized GPU asset class. So here we have RWAI initiative will focus on, and they're going to be focusing on three different aspects. The very first aspect is funding and innovation. So what that means is supporting projects that blend RWAs with AI-driven use cases, such as decentralized GPU networks and tokenized AI tools. The second point is ecosystem growth, which is expanding Bloom's RWA-FI ecosystem while integrating AI-specific financial opportunities powered by Ether's decentralized GPU cloud. And the third point is accessibility and transparency, which is bringing institutional-grade AI infrastructure to retail investors through secure and scalable tokenization. So really, in this collaboration, Ether is providing the GPU power that is needed to run the AI-driven processes required to make the process of A, tokenization, B, asset management, and C, research in Plume's RWA ecosystem more automated, and really to eliminate the tediousness of manually having to do these things. So what are some of the coins that you should have on your radar right now when it comes to RWAI? Well, the very first coin is Plume. So as we talked about, Plume is a layer 1 blockchain for RWA, and right now the price of Plume is sitting at 13 cents and its market cap is sitting at $272 million. Its circulating supply is right now 2 billion out of 10 billion tokens. So right now, only about 20% of its token is in circulation. However, there's one caveat that when it comes to the bull run, that usually what ends up happening is that the buying pressure greatly exceeds the amount of tokens that will be put into circulation during that short period of the parabolic run. So, from previous experiences and cases where a lot of people were worried about tokens, where they had a very small circulating supply out there and they were afraid that the dilution would have a negative impact on the price, is that during the bull run, since the buying pressure would be so high, it actually offsets the impact of the amount of tokens that are getting put into circulation during the time that the bull run is happening. So here you generally see positive price action despite a lower circulation percentage. And once again, this is not financial advice. This is just based on what I've seen in the past. And so the next project is Mantra. So Mantra, once again, is a layer 1 blockchain for RWAs, and as I mentioned, we can see them as a competitor to Bloom, so that's why I had to mention Mantra here. And Mantra is much larger, sitting at $6.3 billion market cap, and its price is at $6.48. So these two right here, when it comes to main blockchains for the RWA space, is something that you could certainly put on your radar. Now, next up we have is BitTensor. So BitTensor is a layer 1 for AI. And I know that we had talked about zero gravity, and so far I was not able to find any type of coin for zero gravity. But zero gravity is an L1 for AI. So the next logical step is to find other L1s in the AI space, and BitTensor is certainly one of the biggest ones when it comes to that. And right now, BitTensor is sitting at $251. Its market cap is sitting at a 2.1 billion. And in terms of its circulating supply, we're sitting probably at about 1/3 of its maximum supply that's currently in circulation. And the other partnership with Plume was Ether. So Ether is involved in distributed GPU power, very similar to Render. So right now, Ether is sitting at 3 cents per token. Market cap is at 251 million. And because we talked about how Render was also a competitor to Ether, where both Ether and Render offer distributed GPU power, it would be important to look at Render as well when it comes to RWAI AI narrative. Right now, Render sitting at $3, and its market cap is at a 1.5 billion. So right now, so far, the RWA narrative is running off of projects that are already exist and are currently collaborating with one another. But what I'm thinking is, as the RWA space picks up steam and grows, I wouldn't be surprised to see that it will give rise to brand new RWA projects that we've never ever seen before. So that's why you want to make sure to subscribe to my channel. So as each new RWAI play comes out, I'll be making sure to make a video on it. So make sure to subscribe, like this video, and then I'll catch you in the next one.